What's up, guys? So you want to be a firefighter, right? And I get it. Being a firefighter looks like the dream job when you look at it from the outside, right? The public loves you. Kids want to take pictures with the truck. They want to get in the truck. They want to put on your helmet. People bring food to the station. You're in parades. We're the good guys of every story, right? Compare that to police that unfortunately are always going through massive scrutiny. EMS going through low pay and tough work conditions, right? And firefighting, we're the golden kids of public safety. But here's the truth and kind of a dark side that no one ever really talks about in any recruitment videos or when they're hiring. So, and I want you to hear it because I want you to know before going in, right? So if you're into public safety, please take a moment and subscribe to the channel because I put videos out every week about fire, EMS, and tactical medicine. All right, so let's get into this video, right? So first and foremost, a couple of things that I'm going to go over, right? So this job will wreck you. It can wreck your health if you let it. And people think that firefighters sleep all the time. You get issued a pillow when you get hired and you play video games all day, right? I've never worked in a station like that. So that's wrong. So even if you don't get a call at night, you just don't sleep the same as you would at home, right? Your body's always in that ready state, waiting for the tones to drop. All right. So you always got that adrenaline and cortisol building up, right? And here's one that hit me personally, right? I was officially diagnosed with obstructive sleep apnea in March of this year, 2025. But the truth is, I probably had it for years. I just thought I can't sleep at the station, or it's kind of made its way into I can't sleep at home, right? I toss and turn. I dreaded going to sleep. I was always the last one to go to sleep at work because I knew it was going to be like a long night of not sleeping if we slept. But fun fact, I had a sleep study done in 2009 and they said I didn't have anything. And in 2009, 5 years into this job, I got put on blood pressure meds, right? So it's all those broken nights of not sleeping while you're on shift and always running on that adrenaline. 16 years of poor sleep, turned for me into full-blown obstructive sleep apnea. And I'm not unique, right? Because I know a lot of guys in the department that are thin, they work out, they do jiu-jitsu, brown belts, purple belts, lanky guys, and they're toting around the CPAP machine to the station so they can sleep. So it's not an overweight problem. It's a problem in the fire service, right? So since getting on that mask, on that CPAP, it's changed my life, right? My blood pressure has dropped where my cardiologist lowered my medication. And I don't need 4 cups of coffee in the morning to just to get going and another 2 in the afternoon just to not pass out on the couch, right? And I didn't realize how bad it was until I fixed it, right? Because I was miserable at home. Like I was a miserable person to be around at home. I know it. And then there's the cancer thing. According to the International Association of Firefighters, we have a 9% higher chance of being diagnosed with some type of cancer and a 14% higher chance of dying from it than compared to the regular general public, right? And that's big. That's big to get into a job that you have to worry about this, right? So think about that. We train to put out fires. We do all these other dangerous things, but it's the smoke, the toxins over long-term exposure to it that's killing us in the fire service. That's why cleaning your gear, deconning, wearing your SCBA, and having yearly screenings, they aren't optional anymore. It's survival. You need to do these things to survive because you want to be able to retire and have a healthy life, right? And also, the International Agency of Research on Cancer has classified that night shift work, which significantly impacts your circadian rhythm, right? They've determined that could be a possible carcinogen that we're stacking on top of the already high incidence of cancer in the fire service. And then there's the dark side and I don't want to be doom and gloom, but here's one of the dark truths about this job. All right. Everybody knows about the physical dangers, hanging off buildings, fires, things like that. But the real danger is the things you don't see, right? And those images that you carry after many years of doing this, right? That behavioral health. Too many of our brothers and sisters are fighting these silent battles. And it's not just us, it's also police, right? But we lose more firefighters to these invisible injuries than we do to the dragon, to the fire, right? And that's deep, right? It's not just one bad call. It's the accumulation of calls, right? It's the sleep deprivation, the tragedies, the strain at home. You know, you see a child lost in a crash, or somebody that you pulled out of a fire just a little too late, or a drowning, and it stays with you, right? And then you go back the next shift, rinse, wash, repeat, and do it again. It's death by 1,000 cuts, right? So this is a danger that, like I said, nobody puts in a recruitment video and tells you that this could potentially affect you. And these are the hardest things in the career to prepare for. And the other one is, near and dear to my heart, is the wear and tear on the body. So on top of all the other things, there's that physical wear and tear, and firefighting can break you down, right? Getting in and out of that truck with all that gear, with your air pack, with the life pack, with the airway bag. And in over 32 years of public safety that I've been in now, I've had one shoulder reconstruction, a total hip replacement. I was just nursing another hip labral tear. And I'm not unique, right? So you ask around any firehouse, back surgeries, blown out knees, torn shoulders, and the one that I've been seeing a lot now is hip replacements, right? They're everywhere. It's not if, it's when your body is going to pay that price of all those years. So I know you're thinking, so Chad, why did you stick around? Why have you done this for so long? All right. So with all that, why do we do it? And I've done this now, like I said, 22 years in the fire service, because I've loved nothing more than these two jobs, right? Specifically fire, right? Full stop. And I would do it all over again. All right. And between police and the fire service, I feel, and I know it's cliche, but I haven't worked a day in 32 years. I don't feel like I've worked a day in 32 years. And yeah, the job can steal your sleep, your health, your mental health, and, peace of mind and all that. But it also gives you purpose, and it gives you camaraderie, all right, and a chance to save lives and affect people in a positive way, and show up on people's worst day of their life and make a difference, right? And you might not even know what difference you made in somebody's life, but you do. And even with all those dangers, man, I would do it all over again. What this career has given me, I can't put a value on it, all right? And I'm super grateful for it. I love it. And I hope that in your wanting to be a firefighter, that you love it that much too, and that you get into it, albeit knowing what I just said. And that's why I wanted to make this video, to not give you all the hoopla of the fire service, but to show you the reality. You just got to take care of yourself and know that these things are possible, right? So if you are a veteran firefighter and you watch this video, I want you to comment down below things that you didn't know coming into the job, into this profession, so that somebody that's pursuing this career can read it in the comments and have another perspective other than mine, and set them up for success. If you do that for me, leave a comment and let me know things that you didn't know getting on this job, and if you would have done it again, if you would have done it all over again, because I know I would have. All right. Till the next video, be safe out there. All right. Stay frosty, and peace.